Hey everyone, how you doing today? As promised in the daily financial news, I'm going to bring on a student and we're going to really answer some of his questions and see how I can help him. So Tom, why don't you introduce yourself, where you're at, where you play in this world of real estate, and we'll go ahead and get started.
Yeah, my name's Tom Wilson. I currently live out here in Northwest Indiana. I live in Griffith. I'm about 25 miles south of Chicago. We're
Okay.
right on the border here of Illinois. As far as where I'm at in real estate, I currently have 5 rental properties. I bought a fourplex last February
Mhm.
out here in Hammond, Indiana. And wife and I lived in a condo for years. When we built this house we're at now, I rehabbed the condo and rented that out. Currently I do a private money lending, and I do wholesaling. I've done 3 wholesale deals,
Okay.
in the past year, and currently working with another, large investor in this area. He mentors me.
Cool.
Reached out to you because you can never have too many teachers, and you're obviously knowledgeable, so I wanted the opportunity to introduce myself and at least get in front of you and talk to you.
Awesome, Tom. Well, that's fun. You have more experience than a lot of my guests. Right? You've done a fourplex, you got a condo, kind of remodeled that. You've done some wholesale deals. So this should be a great conversation for the audience. What kind of questions or what now you want to talk about?
I got a question for you. I understand the value of cheap money,
Mhm.
especially right now with interest loans so low. When I bought my fourplex last year, I keep all of my rental properties in an LLC.
Mm.
For my protection, I understand some people didn't agree with it, but I try to invest so that I can sleep at night.
Mhm.
That's my number one priority.
Sure.
With that, I had to do a commercial loan. So in 5 years, my interest rate is going to change.
Mhm.
I did more than 20% down payment, again, so I could sleep at night. I like leverage. I don't like to leverage too hard.
Mhm.
Um, my question is, they told me that I had to do the commercial loan because if I did residential, because it's owned by my LLC, they could actually hit me with a due on sale clause. Is that correct in your experience? And is there another way for me to take advantage of the cheap money right now?
Well, there's sort of a lot in that question. So what the bank is essentially telling you is, hey, if you got a residential loan in your name, Tom Wilson, and then you did what others talk about where at some point 30, 40, 60 days after you transferred it, you quit claim deed or whatever you did in your town till your LLC. So comes out of your name, but the loan stays in your name. Yes, the due on sale clause is a potential. Does it happen? Don't know. Is it a risk? Could it cause you not to lose sleep, to your point? It's certainly breaking a contract because the loan is with you and the bank. So I believe you did the right thing, right? If your answer and your vision is to have your entities own your real estate, you have to take the loans, in my opinion, in the entity's name. That's not popular. Lots of people like to talk about, no, no, they won't call the loan. They won't do this. They won't do that. As far as I'm concerned, in my world, that's breaking a contract, and I would not do that. So I think you did the right thing, at least from what I heard from you in 10 minutes. Um, yeah, that's kind of that answer, I think.
Okay. My next question is, when you first started off, did you mostly just do 20% down? Would you do 25? Would you do 30? Like I did 25, and that's where I like to be. It cash flows better.
Mhm.
And then like when I first did it, I had multiple investors, not so much the guy that's mentoring me. He understood where I was coming from.
Mhm.
Multiple investors coming up and being going, what are you doing? Cash is king, just do 20% down. And my response, as I said before, is no, being able to sleep at night is king.
Yeah.
So I did 25 and 30%. Do you feel in your
Well,
professional opinion, am I doing it the wrong way?
no, so I'll answer. You've asked two things. So first off, I think 25 or 30% down is the right answer now, right? When I started, I mean, to answer the specific first part of your question, I did 20% down on the first property I talk about in the book, but the next four or five were actually 10% down. Realized the environment I was in. It was 20 years ago, and Countrywide and IndyMac and all these institutions were throwing money around. I didn't know any better. Um, it worked out. They still cash flowed slightly, and I was really bailed out by appreciation, which allowed me to refi and take money out and keep growing. But I don't think it was the right answer because a lot of people got smoked in the crash when high leverage came, and it was really in my opinion, it was the debt structure. It wasn't so much the down payment. It was the fact that back when I started, it was very popular to have a 2, 3, or 5-year ARM, interest rate, adjustable rate mortgage. That's what cascaded the problem. So my first and foremost answer, gun to head, it's not the down payment that's the most important. It's 30-year money, right? If you had 30-year money with 20% down and the interest rate was 3.25, you're probably going to be okay. But if you had, 40% down, but a 3-year ARM, that's a problem because interest rates in 3 years may be much, much higher. So I
Right.
believe the right answer is 30-year money first, at least in the current environment we're in. Down payment's a close second, though. I certainly today don't buy anything with less than 25% down.
Okay. Um, my next question is, and obviously I watch your YouTube channel, and I'm in agreement with you 100% that this year is just going to be a really good year. What do you see moving forward, 2022, 2023, as far as banks? I think at some point they're going to start foreclosing on people.
Yeah. So
See us
that's
getting
the
anywhere near 2008, 2009 again in the
no,
future?
we're not going to get any. It will not be unless something drastically changes at the banks. Again, I have the beauty of doing this for 20 years and watching the catastrophe, the mushroom cloud of last time. And I can already guarantee, well, I don't guarantee is a hard word. I'm 99.8% certain that banks are going to do exactly the opposite of what they did last time. They are going to bend over backwards and allow people to do loan workouts as long as they can pass muster to continue the payments going forward, right? So everybody likes to talk about 3.2 million people in forbearance and all of that. And like, that's all of a sudden going to hit the market at one time. Not a chance. First off, let's assume all 3.2 million of those people never paid again. The foreclosure process in states is very different. In California, it averaged 700 days. In Florida, it was like 1,100. So your timing is off, folks. If you're hoping foreclosures are going to bring you deals this year, you don't understand the process of a foreclosure. But I go back to my first statement. Of those 3.2 million, I don't know what the answer will be. It'll be somewhere between 60 and 70% is a layup. Banks want to work out investments because they do not want a repeat of '08. They don't want all of that bad. They don't want the dominoes. What was really painful last time is once the dominoes started falling, the what did they call it? Basically, when you gave up, there was a term, a strategic default. A strategic default became a coffee talk conversation. Hey, have you defaulted on your mortgage? Have you defaulted? Because it just became a thing. And that again goes back to the debt structure. There's no chance we have another '08, '09,
Okay.
2010. There will be. Let's answer the full question. I believe nationally speaking, there's no problem. The inventory won't spike. There will be a couple of micro cities. Like I still can't believe Las Vegas is screaming higher. It just doesn't mathematically make sense to me when you have 20% unemployment and you still have record highs. There's going to be a price to pay there. But I think most of the country screams higher. The people wishing for, hoping for, thinking about a crash like '08 are just don't understand how remarkably different our banks are today. Banks in '08 said, don't talk to me until you're 90 days late. Once you're 90 days late, you're 97% sure to lose the property. Today, banks are going, no, hey, don't pay us for a year. We're good. And then next will be the workout stage. And most people, they're going to bend over backwards. As long as you can pay the mortgage going forward, they will do something with that, debt that was owed, and they'll just create a second or something. So no chance it's like '08.
Okay. The last question I have is, I know you've said multiple times on your YouTube channel to focus on single property homes for rentals. What's your opinion on fourplexes? Because I love fourplexes, but is there something strategically I'm missing there?
No, when I talk about that, it's I wish I probably should do a better job of articulating. I'm trying to draw a line between residential loans and commercial loans.
Okay.
Residential loans, fourplexes and below. The reason I'm doing that is back to our, I think, question 1 or 2 is I love that 30-year money today, right? A fourplex you can lock in and get the same rate as a single family home. Once you jump the curb and you go to 5 units or above, then you get resets and you have interest rate risk, which I think is far greater than it's ever been in my 20-year investing career. That's what I'm trying to do. I should do a better job of saying residential. But then I say that and people, new investors go, what does he mean by residential? So that's why I most often say houses, because most people get that. But yeah, it's residential loans because I love I love cheap. I love 30-year money below 4%. It's awesome.
Hmm. Yeah, that was pretty much my main questions for you.
Awesome.
Um,
Well, thank you for reaching out. This is a lot of fun. Any other closing thoughts or tidbits you want to leave people with thinking about real estate investing?
no, just you know, obviously find a mentor.
Yeah.
Go to your investor meetings and put yourself out there. And don't be afraid to network.
Yeah.
If you're brand new, grab some books and read. You want to prepare yourself. When I first started looking for a mentor, my attitude was I'd rather be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than have an opportunity and not be prepared. So start educating yourself. Set the goal of sleep the sleep of success. That's what I try to do every night.
Nice.
Meaning by that is do something in a day. Read 3 chapters in a book. Watch one rental at a time. Just do something so that when you go to bed at night, you're at least a small step closer to your goals than you were when you got up. So that's really it. So
I will leave it at that. That was very well said. Thanks, Tom. Take care. Have a great
thank
day.
you. Take
Yep.
care. Bye.
Bye.